the death is near. The sound of the howling, the sense of fear. Trapped in the wilderness, my unfrozen tomb. I can't take my soul to consume. My soul to consume. Time runs out, I drink out, succumb to death, and my last breath. I did not see the sun for me, for I lay drown, a hole in me left for dead with a sucking chest to lead. All the beasts is closing in, waiting to take me, to face on my skin. Just a strands and drink from my blood. Leave nothing in me, a phantom in blood. A phantom in blood. Time runs out, crawling through those, succumb not at my last breath. I did not see this end for me, breathing through. All I may lost for dead with a sucking chest. Crawling you did not kill me. Yes, I think you cannot forget. I was I watching as they slay, knowing where the bodies lay. An avenged killer, whose vision is now your own. As murder or son, but to see them as your own. You can try, but you can't fight it. Your mind is now outdated. You can run, but you can't hide. You gotta get my look inside the eyes of a killer. The eyes of a killer. The eyes of a killer. He's looking at you. Looking at you. awaken you to the sight. When will it be your night? When will the eyes look on you? Looking at themselves as they do. An abandoned killer who's vision is now your own. His murderous hands, but you see them masquerade. You can't try, but you can't fight on. Something your mind is now outside on. You can run, but you can't hide. You gotta get the left inside. The eyes of a killer. The eyes of a killer. The eyes of a killer. And he's looking at you. Looking.
Way to kick off Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Welcome to the KPSU studio, Reptilicus.
Thank you. It's very good to be here.
All right, so let's talk about where people can find this awesome music and upcoming gigs.
Yeah, for sure. So we have an album. It's called Tail End of Reality, and it is on Spotify. It's on iTunes. I believe we have music on Bandcamp, Apple Music. Oh, I said iTunes. I meant Apple Music.
Go with the times.
Yeah.
Any local music stores?
Oh no, not yet. We're doing
We're doing a physical release on February 28th at a house show we're doing, and then hopefully after that we'll be able to get some like places to sell our stuff.
Cool. For anyone who wants details on that house show, where should they go?
All of our details are on our Instagram at Reptilicus Band, and that's Reptilicus with a K instead of a C. For K is for our C is for copyright, and we don't want to get copyright infringement. So
Good to know. Any other upcoming shows?
let me think. Do we have the one on the 22nd?
yeah, we have one on the 22nd, another house show gig that you can find out on our Instagram. Well, that got canceled.
Oh, shit.
We were going to play at Dante's, but then a bigger band came along. But one day, we're going to be the bigger band stealing the gigs. Ha, 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 ha. Got him.
Very fun. Tell me about your songwriting process. How does this go?
I write all the songs, and then I show them the songs. And they add a lot of, like, they're like the best rhythm section ever, and Stove's an amazing vocalist, so they kind of take my, like, rough sketches of songs and make them into a masterpiece.
So what is band practice like then?
We've played a lot of the same songs for a while just because we had like the album coming out, wanted to like make sure we had it all tight. But a lot of times if we're like learning tracks, I'll come to them with like an idea, or I'll like write out some like tabs for Max just so we can like get an idea of what we have before we get there. And then we just try to like do our best to learn it in one practice or that. So we're pretty quick at learning songs. So if we all have like an idea of what we're gonna do when we get there, it goes really smoothly.
Yeah.
How much of band practice is working on the music and how much is hanging out?
100%, honestly, is if we, well, I mean, well, so let's say we meet at 8. I show up at like 8:20. Then we practice pretty much for about 45 to like an hour straight. And then after that, sometimes we hang out, but no.
Yeah.
Band practice is band practice.
we all hang out a lot like outside of band practice. So when we actually do practice, like we try to be pretty productive. And we all really like playing, so it's not like we're gonna have like something like way better to do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, tell me about the next song you're about to play.
Oh, the next song we're about to play is this
Melt the Ice.
Melt the Ice. This is a new one.
It's the first song on our album.
Yeah, it is the first song on our album. Yeah, it's a good way to kick it off. And then the ones that we just did, the first one is called Sucking Chest Wound, and the second one is called Eyes of a Killer.
Very nice. All right, so Melting the Ice. Tell me about it. What's it supposed to be about?
Oh, it's a bit of it's a double entendre.
It's like about how we're like ignorant of the fact that we're killing the planet and ourselves because we're too busy caught up locking people in cages.
Yeah.
So ice referring to the polar ice caps?
Yeah, and then also like
ice.
Like anti-immigration, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that ice.
Mm-hmm.
The ice caps and the ice cops.
Got it. All right. Well, let's hear it.
Forgotten subtraction. Ideas rejected, but was collected, control flowing through hands. Leaders blindfolded, nothing to behold, and know not what they do. Dance will be breathing, cities are ridden, where will they go? Temperatures rising, the pressure is climbing, combustion will occur. Soon we will plunge, the world goes to join, suffering and sorrow. Melt the ice. Gathering affection, the resident sponsored, the products of suffering. Families are dying, papers are shredded, and never answer to persons. We run it all, but we're just blind, just doing our jobs. Checking the mail, and I was in jail, no remorse to be felt. Temperature's rising, the pressure is boiling, combustion will occur. Soon we will plunge, the world goes so good, the light of sorrow. Oceans are rising, the land is dividing. Oh, look at the horizon, world has expired. Earth will stay clean, not a rest of my days. No response of our time, ignorance of unity. But now you will submit, time will take its toll. The end has begun, welcome to die. Melt the ice. Melt the ice. Melt the ice. Melt the ice, melt the ice, melt the ice.
That was Melt the Ice. This is conversion therapy.
I'm coming for you. What's up for a road to? No more little abomination. Technically the abomination. Sure, Jesus didn't specify. But God sent me to glorify. But we all know what must be done. To the guys that we walk among. No more rights. No more fun. Your sexuality must be undone. Time for change. Time for change. Remember the mic, then hurricane. I am the commander-in-chief. I'm Himmler for the Trump regime. Open your windows and hear your screams. It's all right on my twist to dream. Electric shock is my thirst order. We're gonna kill your disorder. Make you into a god-corruption. I go to the rescue again. No more rights. No more fun. Your sexuality must be undone. Time for change. Time for change. Remember the mic and hurricane.
bit more guitar in that monitor.
Yeah, a little more.
Woo.
Is my water okay?
Yeah, your water's fine there.
Thank you.
Thanks for melting our faces this fine Friday.
Thank you. We love to do it. It's our favorite pastime.
Tell me, is there any other genres you guys dabble in?
Yeah, I mostly do folk music. I play the banjo. I'm still not great, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I heard a little warm up on your guitar there that sounded a little more banjo like.
That's my joke bluegrass. I don't play too much.
Yeah. Sometimes we play reggae music while we practice.
If you could call it that.
Yeah, if you could call it that. We play 311.
I like listening to jazz music and
yeah.
jazz drummers too, like Brian Blade and Elvin Jones and Max Roach.
Ooh. What albums have you been listening to lately?
Perceptual by Brian Blade is a really good jazz album, which I like a lot. I've also been listening to Dope Throne, Shag Throne by Electric Wizard, and yeah, just a bunch of different reality. Yeah.
By all means.
All right, let's
yeah,
go around
anything
have
good
everyone answer
drums
that.
in it.
You got
Just music we're listening to right now?
I don't know if this also kind of counts as thrash, but the new King Gizzard album is what I'm listening to the most now, but they do a lot of other genres. They're pretty rad.
but you.
Oh, I'm saying what music. Oh, jeez. There's this group called Ola Bell Reed that's really cool that I think people should check out. They make really good music. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Sleep recently. Yeah, I've been having a real good time with Sleep. So yeah.
I recently got really into the Canadian thrash metal band Razor. They're pretty good. And Destruction from Germany is also really good. They're pretty shag.
Germany's kind of known for their metal.
Yeah, German speed metal is really good. So I've been listening to a lot of that lately.
Very cool. Going way back in time, do you remember the first album you bought for yourself?
Yes, I do. It was a Rise Against album. I think it was Endgame with like the bluish cover. And I rocked the hell out of that stuff for a long time. I don't know where it is now.
How about you?
Shoot, my first probably the Nirvana reality, the Nevermind reality. I think was the first one. It was pretty Miami. Yeah, Dave Grohl's drums are good on it. You know.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, one could say they're Miami. Miami means really good, excellent.
Mine was In Rainbows, Radiohead. I downloaded it for free because they put it out for free. And
Thank you, Radiohead.
And I didn't like it when I was like 10. I was like, this sucks. Now I have a Radiohead tattoo, so it changed.
He still thinks they suck, though. It's out of hatred. Yeah. To remind you every day how much you hate them. Mine was Desolation Boulevard by The Sweet, which is a really good album.
Oh, fun. Okay, shifting gears a little bit. Let's talk about your gear.
Okay.
You have two different guitars you've been playing. Tell me about the difference between the two and when you pick up one versus the other.
I meant to pick up this guitar before the last song, because this guitar is really good for, like, really fast rhythm and stuff, just because, like, I really like the bridge on it, like, fits my hand. So I've, like, worn through, like, the gold finish. It's, like, really rusty now because of how much I, like, sweat on this guitar. So I really like this guitar, to say the least. But that one I just got, and it's, like, Randy Rhoads' guitar, and he's a giant influence on me. And it plays really well. So that's why I have that one. Just a little mix-up, because if I break a string, I want to be able to change them. And, yeah, that's it for guitars right now.
What made you pick up that guitar versus the Randy Rhoads?
I think that one's going out of tune right now, so... And it's getting a little sweaty. This one, I just like playing this one, too, so...
Fair. What about your first guitar? What was it?
it was like an Eastwood copy of like a Mosrite guitar, because I was really into the Ramones, and Johnny Ramone played a Mosrite. It's like, I gotta get a Mosrite, but a real one's like couple $1,000. So I found like a copy for like $300. I'm like, that's a way better deal. So that was like my freshman year in college. So that was like 3 years ago or something like that.
Nice.
I still have the guitar. I can't get rid of it. I want to sell it so I could buy something nicer, but it's like sentimentally, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Looking at your pedal board, this is a little unconventional. This isn't like a piece of cardboard they're strapped to. Talk to me about your pedal board.
It's kind of a steal. I go on Craigslist a lot, and I got this like the chassis for it, or whatever you call it, for like $20, and then oops. I don't use like a ton of like pedals these days because I use a lot of like rack effects, which is like the weird cyborg thing back there, because that stuff's like, it's like what all like the professionals used to use in like the 90s and shit. But no one uses it anymore because it's really oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that on the radio.
It's okay. That's what the dump button's for. Keep going.
But it's really cheap these days because it's so heavy, no one wants to use it. But it sounds really good, and you can do it in like stereo. So that's what I use all that for.
Cool. And you've got your MIDI controller connected to all of your pedals.
It's controlled to the rack stuff. The pedals are just like a noise gate, so I can like really like mute it if it's like being really loud, so it doesn't just squeal all the time. And then like a tube screamer to like tighten up the bottom end. And besides that, all the effects are out of like a quadriverb is what the effects unit's called, and that's what the MIDI controller is for. So, yeah.
All right, continuing the geeking out on gear, over to Mr. Bassist there. Talk to me about your bass.
Yeah, it's a P bass. It's a Mexican P bass. I've had it since I was like in 8th grade, so a long time. I love this thing. It's perfect. I've played in like indie pop bands with this, and it works for metal. Yeah, I want to get another bass just because it'd be cool to have 2 basses.
What happened to the Ibanez I sold you?
Oh yeah, I have that too. But I got that. I got that for my my like doom metal band, and I just keep it in a really low tuning. But then we broke up, so I just have this bass that I can't really play for anything else because the tuning's so low all the time. It won't do anything. But yeah,
What was the first instrument you picked up?
my uncle, shout out Uncle Jordan, got me a guitar when I was probably like 9, and then I wanted to be like a 6-string guitar. Then I wanted to be in bands, and no one wanted to play bass. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll play bass. And then I was like, wait, bass is actually way better. And then since then, I've been playing bass.
All right, let's talk about your drums. I've heard the comparison of, your cymbals being like your extra pedals.
Oh, by all means.
Talk to me about the.
I like my cymbals. They're just Zildjian custom A cymbals, and I got a Gretsch maple wood drum set with a 22-inch kick. I think a 14-inch floor tom and an 8-inch rack tom, and a 14-inch snare, I think. And yeah, I like it. I've been playing it for a while, for a good amount of years. Yeah, I think that's about it.
What was your first instrument?
The drum set. Well, no, the drum set. Probably just a singular drum. Just one drum, and I never strayed from it. Yeah, I just like playing the drum set.
Were you one of those little kids that had the pots and pans out as a toddler?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Just kept doing it, and I still like doing it. And yeah, it's good.
As a
It's a
vocalist,
reality.
do you play anything?
I play my voice here. I also play. I mean, I'm not as good at the technical. I'm not as good at the way the instruments work. But I play a couple other instruments. Yeah, here all I really need is just these 2 in my chest and the part in between and mi boca.
Now, singing metal music does put strain on vocal cords.
Mhm.
Do you have certain practices and things to make sure you don't completely ruin them?
No, but it's time. It's time to figure it out. I'm feeling it start to slip. I don't think I've been doing it long enough before. I don't think my form is like the worst in the world, but it could be a lot better.
You should have seen mine when I had this thing.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. All right, what's the next song you're going to play?
The next song we're gonna play is "Live for." No, it's
gonna do,
drum solo into yeah.
Yeah, our extremely talented drummer Shag is gonna do a quick solo, and then we're gonna do our smash hit single, "No Cure for Death." After that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, No Cure for Death. Tell me a little bit about that song.
This song it's about anti-vax, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about. You should. It's your song.
People willing to let their children die because they believe in religion instead of medicine.
All right, let's hear that solo first, and then we'll get into the anti-vax.
Yeah,
song.
yeah, that's the one. Yo, I'm anti-Antifa, dude. I don't mean that. Did anyone hear that? Walking on the gate, your child in hand. Your ignorance carries you to the devil's wand. Give up your life to study your belief. Do unto others and the rights and crave. Sacrifice for your belief, you know it's a mistake. Watch your child perish for your mistake. Your mistake. The child is violently crying out in pain. Mother and state and pray in vain. Your lives ain't nothing, they provide no cure. The tough to take them sacred but pure. Sacrifice for your belief, you know it's a mistake. Watch your child perish for your mistake. Your mistake. No cure for none. Your brazing will be no cure for none. The reapers calling no cure for none. Your brazing will be no cure for none. The reaper is coming for you. The reaper is coming for you. The reaper is coming for you.
How did you intend? I will save you, I will make you all tolerant. My trigger has been pulled, I am free now. Our shadow over your world, that's mine now. For the leader with an empty mind, I am the voice inside. We'll bring death into your eyes. Breathing it is normalized. My command, I know that is. The video will be my ruin. I will save you. I will make you all so red. My trigger has been pulled. I am the free now. Our shadow over your world is mine now. It's mine now. There's something new to see. You'll all be forgetting me. That has something to lie. Words aren't used, but I imply. For the leader and an empty mind, I guide from behind. Now payment for my deeds. This I want, but I'll die in peace.
Whew. All right, we got 15 minutes, so I get to ask you the really fun, deep questions now.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you sing in the shower or sing in the car? If so, what have you been belting out?
Well, the shower is my favorite place to practice, actually. Or not the shower. Ooh, my housemates would be very mad if I practiced for this in the shower. Yeah, it's like it's in Psycho. I practice. I mostly listen to metal and stuff in my car so that I can practice. In the shower, I sing like sad songs that I can't really normally hit when I'm not in the shower, but they sound good when I'm in it.
Can you give me an example?
Oh man, the same song that I said. It's one of the songs by that Ola Bell Reed group that I mentioned. It's called "You Led Me to the Wrong." It's really pretty. It's also got a big old range, so it kind of sucks.
Which makes it fun to belt out.
Oh yeah, of course, especially in the shower. Yeah.
When you're listening to music, is there something in particular that grabs you? Is it the range? Is it the melody, the lyrics? What grabs you?
I think it kind of depends. I guess I like hearing. When I like make my own music, I feel like I struggle the most with inventiveness. So I really appreciate it in other songs. Like if someone can, that's part of why I really like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, is they can really just like throw something at you that you didn't expect, change things up. I think that's pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, I mean, range is if you sound good, it's always a plus too. Yeah, basically unique. Uniqueness is important to me, I think. Yeah.
Cool. All right, same question over to you.
I like to sing a lot of Prince in the shower because I really like Prince, and I can't sing it elsewhere. I also can't sing.
Luke sang for us for like 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, but that wasn't singing.
While playing the guitar. I think it counts.
Okay. I did that. I try not to scream in the shower because my roommate's right next door, but I think he'd actually appreciate that more than me trying to sing Prince.
That's great. I love the spit take you just did over there.
What's the other question?
What do you listen for when you're listening to music? What grabs you?
Mostly the guitar. I really like a cool riff or a sweet solo, so that's mostly what I can listen for. And like good like vocals and lyrics are cool too, but I'm more of like the music than like shining towards like a lot of like vocalists. At least when it comes to like rock.
Shaggy.
Hey.
What do you sing when you're belting stuff out in the shower or in the car?
Oh shoot. I don't know. I don't sing all that much, but if I would, it would probably be Carly Rae Jepsen. Because she's underrated and has some really Miami songs, I think, at least. And yeah, Emotion by all means. The album Dedicated is Miami. Came out last year. It's kind of like the 80s pop surreal sounding. So like she has some good songs, I think. And wait, sorry, what was the other reality?
When you're listening to music, what is it that stands out for you? What grabs you?
I'd say the drums stand out to me. Yeah, I always listen for what the drummer's doing or the beat's doing, and just how the drum sound impacts the reality of the song, I think.
Shower song. Recently, it's been "Don't Dream It's Over." I think is it a Crowded House, right? Is that what it's by? Shout out Maya Day for that one. And what I listen, yeah. Shoot, probably. I mean, I'll listen to the bass, but I feel like I like anything that just like gets an emotional response from me. It can be any genre, I feel like. So anything that just gets me psyched, I guess.
Very fun. All right, so less than 10 minutes left. Do you have songs that will fit within those 10 minutes?
Yeah, we have one last song from our album, and then we also have a cover that we'd like to play, if that's okay.
Who's the cover originally by?
Slayer.
Slayer.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, this is Reptilicus with KPSU. Thank you for watching.
And listening.
And listening, and everything else that you do.
All right, let's hear it.
We have to do the drum fix. Okay,
So during the break.
Difficulties.
I think we're good.
You got it? Oh, that was quick.
Oh, yeah, we're all right.
Never mind.
Okay.
Walk on back.
This is the title track off our album, The Tail End of Reality.
Looting and insane. But why don't they take by the night? Every day the clock gets closer. Midnight roaches, hell takes over. I know with my life. My death is in my eyes. Who knows what's in store? I don't know no more. The tale in reality. Driven by insanity. Society's under arrest. Death consumes all that's lost. We kill ourselves in masses. Death cheaper than taxes. We won't betray ourselves. We won't preserve the will. I can live my life. My death is in my eyes. Who knows what's in store? I know there won't be no more. But now in reality, driven by insanity, society's under rust. Death consumes all that's left. consumed all that's lost. But I only the reality. Driven by insanity. But I only got her on. Just consumed all that's lost. Death! Like a magic night, living gas down in the soul. Spirits around me day and night, stricken by a force of evil light. A force of evil light. Death under his spell, blinding my eyes, twisting my mind. Fight the resist and the evil return, stricken by a force of Satan's might. The voice of Satan's might. I'm fighting the curse. I'm burning my blood. Laughing in sorrow. Crying in the light. My strength is too way, soon I must fall. Victim of fortune, my soul says fall. Life is away, a demon comes forth. Death is my head, it captures my soul. Oh, God, that's my soul.